Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, welcome to another special episode of Jack Rams Online on Mega Artist Media. As you already know, we do exclusive interviews here, man. Before we start with this interview and I introduce my next guest, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Ke a le khopela le subscribe, ke khopela le like, le comment, le share. Any video that you find interesting on this channel, please share it and please comment, please like, please subscribe. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed and anyone who has liked, commented. I appreciate you and thank you for the support. Today, I'm chilling with the main man who played for 8 hours non-stop last night. But by the time we post this thing, it won't be last night. DJ Punch, the young one.
The young one.
Yeah. Ah, the pluggy mawani.
I'm glad you had fun.
Hey, the pluggy list. We're still tired, bro. Our voices are gone, but we'll try.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah,
we'll try.
You good, man?
I can't be happier, man.
You can't be happier, after last night.
This is the space that I've always imagined myself at.
Sure.
This is the space where I've always dreamed about this moment, this kind of moments. I still wanna do more. My life has always been about the light, the you understand?
The music.
It has always been like that.
Stage.
Even if you were to go back, hey, they'll tell you, Ray, this one.
Yeah.
You know, when school knocks off, no, they would know it knocked off because I'll start making noise.
You start making noise in class?
Buckets. No, I'll go home. When I pass, the neighbors be like,
oh,
the neighbors be like, now it's a problem. He's back.
He's
Take
back,
the buckets,
that one.
Put them
the
here.
young one. Yeah. So where you could picture the young one? You're getting old, bruh.
No, you know, yeah, as age, I'm not worried about age, but
sure.
I've always been the youngest in most scenarios and cases. I've found myself, and I've learned a lot from being that young one amongst almost everyone.
Sure.
And even the look, I'm like, I might be criticized, I might be judged. Sometimes when I used to go to clubs, be like, hey, you. When I would say, and I had to carry my ID along with me. Then I'm like, instead of me having to feel bad, let me cherish this thing. I'm the youngest of them all.
Sure.
Regardless of my age. A 2000 kid will come here and look at me like, who's this kid?
Yeah.
And yet I'm about 10 years older than the
How old are you now?
I'm turning 29 this.
29?
Yeah.
So you just have like a baby face nyana,
so I'm like,
and a tiny body nyana.
So I'm like, let me own this thing. You know, I'm taking charge of this thing. I'm the young one. Wherever I go, forget about age. Age is just something that I can call a number. But
sure,
looking at me, you'd say I'm on my early 20s or something.
Sure.
But then I'm like, let me own it. I'm not gonna feel bad.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades. This side,
you're in.
Yeah.
So when
okay, on the ID, as illustrated. You know, when you fill up forms, they'll be like, as per the ID document.
Sure.
It's Castro Punch, Maponya.
You lie.
I kid you not.
Castro Punch is an actual name in the ID book.
Yeah.
This is not a stage name.
I didn't struggle to get a stage name. I'm like, this punch. There's something about this punch. Let me utilize this one.
Castro Punch Mapon. DJ Punch.
DJ Punch.
You must be the luckiest DJ ever, bruh. Like to own a name and to take your name and make it a stage name. So you'll never get to like wonder if you should change your name.
No. It's mine. And one thing I like is that normally when I meet someone, they don't believe. Okay, what's your actual name? I'm like, you got it, this punch. No, it can't be. Now I have to
explain. Oh, it has its disadvantage now.
It has always, my life has always been about explaining my age, my names,
your whole life, bruh. You've been explaining.
I had to explain. I had to adjust. You understand? To certain environments whereby I feel like I wasn't.
Utoka maram.
okay, let's go there. Let's go back there. I'm from Zanin.
Zanin where?
Mulovedu South, Jogoni village, that Mutupa side. When I use a taxi, I'll go take a taxi, I'll go to Zanin. Zanin, I'll take Mutupa taxi.
Okay.
Then it will drop me where I can now take route to my village.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying I'm from the Mutupa side.
Mutupa.
And my school was under Mutupa Second. Yeah, I think.
Which school was it?
Kelekesh.
Kelekesh.
Yeah.
So you schooled there, like what? Is it primary, high school?
High school.
It's a high school.
Yes.
And then, where did you go to your primary school?
I think I had 2 primary schools. The first one was closer to home. Unfortunately, in Ifela grade 2. Grade 1. Yeah, I think Ifela grade 2. Then I remember I wanted to make options. So where should I go after this grade 2? You know, when we're busy jungling throughout the streets, you'll be like, that one, there's too much freedom there. That one is strict. You understand? But then by then, you know, you wouldn't understand that strict necessarily means you need to progress or necessarily means love. Then when you'll be like, hey, I want that side whereby I can just do whatever I want. Then they were like, no, you're not going there. You're going to Moleketa Primary School.
Moleketa Primary School.
Yes. I did my grade 3, 4, 5.
Sure.
And then 3, 4, 5. Then grade. God was grade 3, 4, 5 and up until 7.
7.
Yeah.
And then you went to your high
And
school.
then I went to my high school.
Yeah. Then you finished your high school there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And then
finished my high school. Then I went to college. And then I did electrical engineering.
electrical engineering.
Yeah.
Di katara di tsena gae bano.
You know, the mediocrity of parents and the world itself forces you to go to school, even if you see that there's no direction there. But as soon as you like, I want to do this, now they feel like, aye man, why you're full of games. Yet they saw me from my school. As soon as I leave everything, eating or not eating, whether there's food or not, I don't care. As long as my drums are there. Even if they're not actually drums. Just take, you know, these old
the
buckets and
little coat.
good coat.
Jam meleke powder milk.
We used to call it chechisa. Those
foreigners.
those
Yeah.
foreigners.
Yeah.
So I'll take those one, the old one. I get it start leaking, then the grandma would throw it. Then I'm like, oh, now I see opportunity now.
Yeah.
Take that one. It plays like a snare, ne? Then the bucket one would be like the bass kind. And then put this one there. Yeah, then I'm okay. But they can see you, this one. But yet they will be like, school.
You need to go to school, bro.
School. Yet I didn't have a problem with that.
So, but then did you have any interest in terms of like academics? Like when you were growing up, did you say, I'm going to finish school, I'm going to go to varsity or college and study this particular stream?
I've never seen myself in college or in university or somewhere else. Didn't make sense to me. You know, I've always said that thing of saying, this process is too massive. How are they gonna know it's me? And all? It's like it has always been complicated for me. University of Limpopo, as big as it is, I have to submit this from this, go to Block Mamang, from Block Man to Mamang, student card. Like for me, it never like clicked like this thing.
This is not for me. I
was like, okay, it's fine. I remember I was at the queue. Remember those days whereby students be on a queue, sleep on a queue?
Yeah.
I've been there, slept on queues. I remember these guys were like laughing at me. I'm always looking young, like, Mara, my boy.
Will you survive, Maramo?
Are you not lost, my boy?
Sure.
Are you sure you know where home is?
Yeah.
Like, wearing the same clothes for like 5 days on a queue. Wake up, some securities will give us a block, like, guys, you can sleep there. Wake up. So this other guy, they were like, I will see you from what? Are you sure are you not lost? Because I looked young, like, but you back then.
Are you sure,
like
you are here to register?
Like, but then I want to feel like I got this. I'm like, what's wrong with you? The bath was to just throw yourself in the swimming pool. It was TUT main campus. What's that? Is it Pretoria? I think it's Pretoria. That's me taking a shower.
Swimming pool?
I'm in a bath. Yeah.
You were bathing in a swimming pool?
I just threw myself as if I'm swimming, but I know what I was doing. Because I'll be exhausted, tired, sweat and everything. Just take off my clothes. As if I'm swimming, but I know that this is not swimming.
This is
trying to
bathing.
just refresh myself.
Sure.
The process didn't make sense to me. I went back home. I'm like, what's gonna happen? I'm like, guys.
I get it say ni just girl and
They said no. Make a plan. Then they sent me to my uncle. My uncle had plans or he arranged for me. I went to college. I was like, okay, these guys want a degree. I mean, want education, they want diploma, they want whatever that they want.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me get this thing done and do my thing.
Sure.
Same time. Went to college, did my N levels,
Yeah.
did my N6, completed,
Yeah.
started applying for the sake of saying, I'm saying life.
Qualification.
Qualification. That one I showed them, like,
Hey.
okay, you paid for this.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm sorted. I'll apply. I'll get a job.
Sure. So then you finish school, you get your diploma electrical engineering. What happens next? Where does the music comes in full force now? And you say, now I'm going to focus on this thing and music.
You know what happened? How did I win the freedom myself? I went to the Capricorn to do engineering, right? So there
Capricorn, like TVET college, yeah.
So there was this other sister of mine, but those long connecting,
Distance relative, yeah.
So by then, but one thing is that one first time, you know, this long, but we have that connection.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, you know what, I'm working at a college. Instead of you having to be going up and down, let me register you. Come complete here. I'll be monitoring you. Don't worry. I'm like, it's fine. I'll come there. She did everything. When I got there, they had an issue of a lecture.
Sure.
And I'm sharp with maths and science.
Mm.
There was this other time the students were panicking, jang. She's like, no, go assist them. I went there, hit one session. Science, hit one session. The following day, the lecture comes, and you, Wapota, what the boy.
But then now, you went to...
I was going to school there to finish that
electrical engineering certificate.
Yes.
But when you get there...
Like, you.
I
was like, you are sharp. You know, it's not like I'm not sharp.
Yeah.
I just don't want those things. For me, they don't make sense.
Ne?
They don't make sense to me.
Yeah, plus like you math, science and biology and physics guys, you are very intelligent.
Like for me,
the world tells us that you are intelligent.
But intelligent is not it's not measured in it's not measured in maths and science. Just that it's just the level of thinking. They're just testing you how hard can you go.
Yeah, the difficulty of the subject
goes in different ways. One can think otherwise. Turn this place into a fruitful place.
Yeah,
that's intelligence.
That's true.
I can't do it myself, but yes, that intelligence of plotting and making things happen. You understand?
Sure. So then you're lecturing now, or you're just like assisting.
Then now the issue started when they say, this lecture of yours, we want that boy now. Okay. Then they have to call the campus director, the actual owner of the college. To be like, now we have an issue. Then the lecture. Leah and I, we had a kind of a bond because you see that I'm sharp.
Yeah.
I didn't give him tough time. So with my session, he'd be like, you, that's the time when he relaxes. You just sit there and be like, just do that. Because I'm sharp. I already know what to do. It's not like you're going to start from scratch.
Sure.
So we had that bond like, you know what, my boy? I'm going to let them squeeze you. Okay, fine. What's the plan? Don't charge them. Don't overcharge them.
Oh, so now you are like a tutor, so...
Yeah, now you want me to be in. Like, don't overcharge them. Say, how much? I just go there. I'll give you 2 subjects. That one I met and something.
Sure.
It was back then. He said 1,000. 1,000 for me. I'm like, yeah. See now, I'm gonna live from my uncle. I'll pay my own rent because now I'll be having 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
Checking the rent, and then if I share, it will be 400. 600. I'll buy food.
Yeah.
The rest I'll see what to do.
Yeah.
The first payment. I took everything from my uncle. They didn't realize. In the morning, they thought I was going to school. I packed everything. Got the accommodation. I just sent them message. Because I knew they were going to call home.
Yeah.
Complain, and then now it's going to be a whole lot of process. Like, I just sent them a message. Luckily, my uncle was not even around. He was on a work trip in Janjan. Just sent the wife and the kids not to look for me, not to worry. Send them a message. I'm fine. I got the accommodation in Janjan. Then they told the uncle. The uncle now send them. I'm like, are you sure you're leaving because when I leave, or you're bothered? I'm like, no, uncle, I'm not bothered. I'm happy. Thanks for everything.
Sure.
But I'm at a good space.
Yeah.
Come visit.
I'm
gonna come and see you, visit you. Even now, we're still in good times. I can go to him anytime. We talk. In fact, we're having a best relationship. My first 1,000. Hey, 1,000 year by balance.
Reality starts kicking in when you have responsibilities.
I go back, drawing board. What happens now? You've added subjects.
Yeah.
Add the man.
You are negotiating.
Yeah, now I'm negotiating. It's 2,000. 2,000. I'm not charging 1,000. Every month I put 1,000. I want a laptop. Because I have a vision and mission now.
Sure.
Get the laptop. 3 months time. Get the laptop. Now I'm sorted. I have the laptop. I can get my Fruit Loops in order now. I can get my virtual DJs now in order. You know those starting points.
Sure.
Yeah. Go there. Now these things start being serious. Like, no man, why is it now these things now taking much of my time? This thing of teaching or tutoring.
Okay, the music starts becoming serious.
No. I'm like, this thing of tutoring. It's now serious, like to a point whereby I didn't realize I'll be like waking up now in the morning, having to go to class for 8 and then tutoring. Now I have to study. Fine.
It becomes a 9 to 5 now.
Now, I now get the references. There's this side they want someone with maths. Now I check, okay, this side they give me 1.5, that side they give me 2,000. It's just sessions like slots. Go this teach for 2. Now, lump sum now becomes now close to 4, 5.
5,000.
Let me rock and roll. Now I'm starting to now try to look better places now. I no longer want that 400 place. I want to roll. I want to live the life, the American life, the life that I've always wanted.
Sure. And 5,000 was a lot of money for you at the time.
It was lots.
Sure.
I remember like you know what? Now I have my freedom. How did I realize that I have my freedom? Is because no one now calls me that like they used to. No one now. I pay my bills. No one will like call me and tell me, hey, now I have my freedom.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I have to do.
Sure.
Sold the laptop. Bought Numaxi DJs.
Okay.
In fact, it started like this. When I was looking for a new place, I met Kwenisto
Makgakga.
Yes.
Yeah. He's always in the right places, that one, eh?
That one.
Hey, he's always in the right places.
If I can tell a story about that guy,
yeah.
I don't know if, there's always a time I'm like, let me tell a story, but I'm like, this is not the right time.
Sure.
And I don't know if the time I'm going to tell, is it going to be late? I don't want to tell it when he has passed. So that
tell it. Like, this is the opportunity for you to tell the story.
Then people will be like, now he's telling it because he has passed on.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
But I've always felt like this is not the right. I don't know.
Today is the right time.
Because we want the story.
Not necessarily that I want the story. It's because I'm related with Kwenisto in so many facets of life.
Oh, just want to know.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, because I started radio in 2007, and I started radio with the likes of Kwenisto Makgakga at Radio TEF.
Yeah, I know the story.
So we have spent almost our entire lives in the industry as friends and acquaintances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand why you need this story.
Yeah, because I know a lot of his stories where he had some impact and influence.
Okay.
Right? So I would like to hear what kind of influence and impact he had on your life.
Ish. Let me take a sip. Because...
Take a sip.
I've always postponed sharing this.
Sure.
But that fella changed my life in a very, 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 very weird way, in a blink of an eye.
Sure.
And meeting him, I didn't even know who Kwenisto was.
Sure.
I just met him at the very same college. The friend was also working there. But he used to come to the friend. I didn't know who Kwenisto is. I just know him. I just knew him as this talkative guy. Then we got to just have a conversation. Then the other time, like, I got the place, but if I can get 2 people to at least share along with me, well, hey, it's lonely there.
Yeah.
It's not even about money,
Yeah.
but it gets lonely.
Yeah.
And that fella maybe was looking the friend. It's like
Kwenisto's friend was looking for a place.
No, he was doubtful. Like, I'll come, but like, how about I step in? This is an opportunity. Like, how about I come and then me and this one will share the room. It's a 2-bedroom and a space. If of us, I will sleep in the bedroom. Things like that. Sharp sorted. Moved my things to Kwenisto. I don't know who's Kwenisto. But Kwenisto every day, wow, gore.
Sure.
What's this guy all about? I was a dreamer, man. I'll write posts, production names, Nyanjani, my favorite idol, you know those things, posting them. So this one will be like, you can see this one. And by then, it's when I find out that he's working on the radio. But I didn't want to use that thing of saying, we get nyacha, I can't top a life I'm not ready.
Sure.
Because I'm staying with him, but I can't say I'm an happy I felt like get a chance. I just get to FM.
Yeah. But because when Velo, you knew, or at that time you were not ready.
I was not ready.
Yeah. So you wouldn't really take advantage, knowing that you
and
might
when I just met
yourself.
him, and then Leo and I would be like, hey, this boy, he's just getting here now. He just wanna. I started hanging out with him. Tried to see what's happening. What's happening? You get to my room. Sometimes I think you go there when I'm not there.
Sure.
Because sometimes you just say something that relates to what. Like, oh, this fella pays attention to what I'm doing. This other time, I don't know what was happening. I think that time he was doing Musala Bukamoso, but midnight he was doing after part.
Sure.
I think that time he didn't have mixtapes in Janja. Like, my boy, I want your mixtape. I want to play your mixtape and give you an interview. Me. I was like, this one was a joke. Later on, he told me, I think during the day, comes back, like, did you get that thing done? Are you serious? But then I had piled of mixtapes. I would do mixtape every day, so I didn't have to record. I just know which one is the best.
Sure.
Put it there. Give him the CD. I didn't know whether I should call myself Castro or DJ Punch in public. I didn't know by then.
Sure.
He's the one.
Who chose for you?
He's like, I don't know if I wrote on, but I didn't know what was gonna happen. That's the thing.
Sure.
I didn't know what was gonna happen there. Or one picture Punch or one picture Castro.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, with DJ Punch.
So you probably wrote Castro Punch, maybe.
I remember. I think I wrote these 2 names.
Yeah. So
that you can know the disc would give.
Yeah.
Like DJ, because everyone was calling me Punch. Punch is the famous name. Living at home, they call it. At home, they call me. At home, they call me Punch. I don't know where the Y gets or the IE gets, but they call me that like that. But as soon as they go on, people reading my name, they'll be like Punch. They're like DJ Punch. This DJ Punch work thing. Then I was like, is this guy serious? Interviews me. Where are you from? What's happening? I mean, I'm just taking it light, Wabo.
Sure.
I don't take it serious. Like, people are sleeping probably. Hey, if Batwanyaga Ubuka, booking. I give the numbers. That was the first time my phone got about, I don't know, 100 texts on WhatsApp. The first time.
Which year was this?
2012.
2012.
Either 12 or 13.
That's where you met. That's where you met Kwenisto.
Yeah, I met him 2012.
Sure.
2012. Yeah. Then that's when I was sharp. I was sharpened. And let me just say, I was sharpened from there. Like, this is the direction. I didn't have direction then. I was just trying to figure things out.
So, Kwenisto puts you on.
Yeah.
Plays your mix. Calls you for an interview.
Yeah. On the phone.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yeah.
Right? Then you hang up the phone the following day.
Not the following.
What?
As soon as I hang up.
As soon as you hang up.
Yeah.
What time is it?
I think 1:30, somewhere there.
AM.
If I can tell you a story about that night, I didn't sleep. Because I was excited.
Bro, who's sending you all these messages?
Different ages.
Just complimenting you.
Different age. Yeah. My size plus old. I security balimo. But DJ music in Janjani.
Yeah.
More maybe about night shift.
Sure.
Yeah. Different messages, different people.
Yeah.
Then that's when I was like, no man, this is the road now. I think the only thing what I was looking for, this is what I was looking for.
Sure.
I think I met that guy
At the right
at
time.
the right time. I don't know what happened, but I think I met that guy for a reason. Because I didn't know that.
It was time for you
Yeah.
to explore and advance.
Yes, and
Yeah.
be sharpened. Where are you going?
With
Because
this
by then
thing.
I was confused. This lecturing thing. But I don't really enjoy this thing. But I'm doing it just to get
the man.
the man.
And it was taking most of your time because when you were on the
Even
Fruit
now I do, but
Yeah.
on my terms.
Okay.
Yeah, I do, but on my terms. Monday I won't go. How will I go? Because Sunday I was busy. I won't go. We have an agreement. I won't do it full time, and I'm not taking advantage of. I'm like, I'll give you the best service.
Sure.
But Tuesday, 9, I'll come.
Yeah,
if
but
it,
Monday
if it means
is a
I
no.
have to, if it means I have to push up until what, I'll push. But this is what I do on the full time. I'm not doing it part time. I'm not saying I gotta say music is a hobby.
Yeah.
For me, it's not.
So you being a DJ and a producer, it's not a hobby for you. It's not a pastime
It's
thing.
not. In fact, that's my office. If I were to put it like that way.
Sure, it's not your side hustle.
Nah, it's not my side hustle. That's
In
what people
fact,
say.
The other job is your side
That's the
hustle.
side hustle. that one. That's the side hustle. That one I'm making
Yeah.
money for someone else.
But then now, do you make money in music?
I can say I do make money, but
How much do you think you made last night?
I'm not sure.
But the only the VIP section, that's where you were making people pay. ne?
Yes.
And the entrance was just free.
It's just free.
But it was packed, bro.
You know.
It was packed, bro.
You know, this other guy yesterday. Okay. Let's wrap up the Kwenisto story and then I'll
Sure.
come out to this other
Yeah.
guy. So, when I received those messages, it changed my life to a point whereby I now start seeing a certain direction in my life. To be like, now, a stranger called and say, hey, mfano blind. Hey, I'm fana, I must say. Hey, I was dancing the whole night. Hey, inbox the chicks. Hey guys, you don't sleep again. Yeah, okay. Then now, in the morning, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say to him. But he just act normal, like
It's nothing.
nothing.
Ummeroko ndama.
When I push out the child,
Yeah.
okay, it's fine. Let me go with the flow.
Yeah.
Then he was like, hey, Mona. It was crazy.
That thing that you did there.
It was crazy. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna introduce DJ battles.
Sure.
I'm gonna be the first one and this one. When there was this other DJ, I don't know, DJ Abza or what. I
Sure.
don't know. That guy knocked me off first day. I didn't take it serious like But it's when Kwenisto came back to the house, played that mixtape of that guy and said that guy is blind. That it hurt me. Like, how can this guy be blind when I'm here? You're disrespecting me.
Hey
Oh,
Joe, Kape Castro o eda slang while speaking English. So you are not saying over Basabu neger.
No, what I'm saying,
O ba le blind there, o ba o phala.
yeah, I was like, a mixtape with that boy blind. Because he won last night.
Ba tla ba confused ba bang.
No, blind, those strong.
Yeah,
Let me, I
Wabethe
felt that
strong.
mixtape.
Yeah.
The mixtape was
No
dope.
hair to that thing.
But the fact that he said that this guy is blind, then sing, I'm like, aye, something's wrong. It has to be me.
Sure.
But I didn't take it.
What he did, what
I
he
just
needed
took
to
it-
do was for him to come back to the house around Fanaka Obetid, but he didn't.
Didn't do that because the other one, and it's not him who voted, it's the listener.
It's the
I can't
listeners,
blame him.
yeah.
But for the fact that he came play the mixtape in front of me with friends like in front of blind, had me to the deepest core. But
Yeah.
ask Jambi, that thing, you know, sometimes I always tell people to say jealousy is in everyone, but
Sure.
it's how you take it and do something about it. I'm not saying go plot evil,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
take
yeah.
the jealousy and turn it into. Be self-driven by that. You know, sometimes you see a friend buying a
Use it
GTI.
as
Yeah.
motivation to encourage you
But
to
it-
develop
I know-
yourself.
It normally is done by ladies. Hey, my friend, I'm so jealous. But jealous of saying, "Ish, I love what you did."
Yeah.
Not to say it consumes you and give you bitterness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, this guy, yo, okay, I'm knocked off. So what am I gonna do now? Because, but this guy, it was my first month of happiness. Say I'm giving direction. Now this guy's knocking me off. Means now I'm losing direction. Sharp. That guy keeps on chopping there until he say, I'm giving you the last chance.
Yeah.
My friend.
The DJ battle.
It's when he came back and be like, I'm Fanaka blind now. I was like,
So the people voted for you, you
Now-
won.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I
because
talk-
you learned from that experience.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
was angry, be like that guy won. Then he's like, okay, I think he didn't have another DJ or he didn't know who now to call. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm giving you another chance.
Sure.
Because then he needed the mixtape.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't get it in time. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna take something that I've done. I'm doing the mixtape now.
You are recreating now.
recreating things. I chopped that guy. The very same guy who chopped me, again, he's been winning. Chopped him. Now I started
And
chopping.
when you had an advantage or you had to study him.
Yeah, I started him like this guy. Every time after playing,
Yeah.
agree they'll give him a disc. And
Sure.
I will come back with the disc
And play
play
it.
that mixtape. Okay. Like this one I'm chopping him now. Chopped him and now I started chopping.
Yeah.
Until the mixtapes were cancelled.
But sharp get
Now I
mixtape.
started a mixtape.
Yeah.
Now I think he was shifted from that.
Oh yeah, he was
something like
moved
that.
from the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Chop. I'm like, you know what? Now I'm no longer settling. And now I'm winning everything.
Yeah. So, but then how is your relationship with him now?
Way too clean.
Ne?
A brat. They can call him anytime.
Because I saw your name on all his posters.
He doesn't even have to call and consult me.
He tells you we're rocking
He doesn't
Saturday.
have to tell me. He just posts. I'll just be like on the Facebook. Oh, I'm here. Okay, I'm on.
We are rocking.
Yeah, we're rocking. Then he'll be like, Mfanak, I made this,
Yeah.
but I have plans. I want to use this money for 1, 2, 3 things. Are you fine? Like, I have petrol, don't worry.
Sure.
Don't worry, relax, sort out your issues. Or he'll be like, you know what? I'm not even asking, this is yours, take, go. That's the kind of relationship we have.
Sure.
Like, even if I go to an event, maybe I don't even feel like he should be paying me. I feel like I owe him at some point. He changed, but like if it wasn't for him,
You don't think
I
you
don't
would
think I
be
would
where
in this
you are
direction. I
now
wouldn't have
today?
been sharpened to this
Yeah.
point. That's why I'm saying. Even on his posts, I don't.
Yeah,
like
he
to
has
mention-
his own controversial stuff
I don't know,
that he goes
like,
through. Yeah.
You know, these people defending. Grabber post like Kwenisto is one.
Yeah.
I don't see any point. Now I know Kwenisto is, and I don't have to post to prove that I know him or to defend him.
Sure.
But I'm 100% sure wherever he is, he knows I have his back. I don't know if you understand my point.
I
have to be the
get
public
you.
and be like, you are what?
Yeah.
I know they're crazy, and I know the him beside the red road, beside the public. What.
Sure.
I know his struggles. We stayed together.
Yeah.
I know the days when he didn't have cash. I don't know the days when he didn't. You understand?
Yeah.
So I know him from when he's having pressure, when he's having. You understand? I know him through those phases of life because we've stayed together. You know, life has its own ups and downs.
Of course,
and
yeah.
As we The brother is struggling here and they assist. Sometimes I'll struggle with rent because Mina, I would have problems here and they'd be like, relax, Mfanak.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
It's covered.
Relax. Don't panic. This is life. Then I was like, okay. Even now, if we meet, he'd be like, he doesn't refer me as Punch. It's like, this is my younger brother.
Yeah.
We used to have created this medical of saying, I'm from, we are half brothers.
Oh, yeah.
The father was playing somewhere out there. We used to create that scene.
Yeah.
Like for him to, or for me to be.
You are basically just blood brothers. Ne?
Like for me to be accommodated, I gotta say, Kwenisto, and which one is this one? So for me to get that respect, he has to squeeze me like how I'm the half brother. Is from my father's side. So now I get the respect as well. You understand? Because that time it was big. But
he gave you his status. He shared
like,
with you his status.
Like, this is my half brother.
Yeah.
So, hey, half brother, no, you don't know him. My father, what you understand? Then now I used to be accommodated in that way.
Sure.
So for me, I would say,
hey man, that's powerful. Man.
You understand? The bond is way too much.
That's powerful.
That's one person who's in the media that I'm 100% close to. Yeah.
Right. So you start conceptualizing, bro. Like, what kind of music do you like play? Because DJs, they have like specific music they play. They say play Afro, play piano, play house, play deep house, play Afrohouse and stuff like that. Yeah. Afro tech and stuff like that. So when how do you define yourself?
For me, I'm an Afrohouse DJ.
Right.
The Afro way, one way.
Throughout.
Don't compromise. What I have to do is know the songs to play at what time.
Sure.
That's the only thing that I can worry about. I know if I'm to play, Afro is different. The Afro I can play at 7 can't be the Afro I can play at 12.
Of course, that's true.
You understand? That for me, okay, it goes back to being what makes a good DJ, knowing what to play at what time.
Song selection, timing.
Yes. But me, I play Afro. I don't care what time you give me. I'll get the rock you. But the Afro way, I'm not compromising.
Even when someone books you, they know that they are booking an Afrohouse DJ.
Rather, I stay at home. That slots are piano. Give it to the right person.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want someone who will. Okay, they're saying, they say they're versatile. It's okay. But now, where does it categorize you as an individual? Where is your consistency?
Yeah.
Now, if now they're like, we're making an event. They don't write DJs. They just write 6 to 7. They write deep house. They don't write who must play. 8 to 9 they say or they can say soulful house.
Yeah.
You understand? Afro house, Afro tech. I'm a piano, private. I'm a piano. The piano. Then commercial. They don't write the DJ. This is the list. Diagrams. We are giving you this mandate.
Sure.
This is the line. This is how I want the lineup. Put the right people there. I don't want someone to struggle. Be like, hey, Marankabi among Afrohouse. Just don't have to think twice. Afrohouse, it's punch. Yeah. That's just me.
That's the level.
Even if now it doesn't make sense to people or doesn't make one realize what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
For me, it's okay.
Or maybe people thinking it's not selling.
Yeah.
Because it's not even in the mainstream and the commercial mainstream of all this broadcasting channels.
And for you to sell, I have to create some demand myself.
Yeah.
I can't, they just, the industrial owner can't call me, I'm for 10,000. And not even, and bring only 2 friends who are still going to be drinking the same beer that I bought.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make business sense.
That 10K back.
Yeah. It doesn't make business sense.
Yeah. I had to think, if I'm going to do this thing and take it as my full-time job or career, I have to have a direction. Or this is what I'm doing and I'm sticking to it. I can't just wake up and start getting thousands or hundreds or whatever. I have to work hard for those things.
Sure.
They can't just call me. Oh, it would be funny if now they just throw away money. Everyone wake up and be a DJ and then they give them the 5,000. Does it make sense?
So, but then now, last night you played for 8 hours.
Yes.
Right? Or let me just say the 8-hour annual
Yes.
event that you always do.
Yeah.
You played for 8 hours.
Yes.
On the poster, you indicated the time slots and the different genres of music.
Yes.
What's different about this?
Oh, yes.
Why didn't you play like Afro
The whole night.
for 8 hours? Yeah.
Okay. For business sense.
Sure.
And for me even to want to play for 8 hours. Because going to a groove, you need different kind of genres to accommodate your whole night. You understand?
Yeah.
Even if they play deep house can be nice, but if you overplay it, be like, I'll literally deep house. So now I realize, okay, for this thing to work, I have to squeeze in other genres. Yet I know myself that I'm an Afrohouse DJ. But on that specific event, doing it for 8 hours, I'm going to add these categories for business sense for this thing to make sense. Because me playing Afro 6 up until 1 or 2, it will end up too much of everything. It's just
tiring,
bad. You understand? It's tiring. Yes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But also, what I like about it is that you make your own rules on your own terms.
Yes.
Yeah. Say, this is my space. I control what happens.
And I'm playing. This is the music I'm playing now.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
I'm playing for this. There's a time like I'm playing my set.
Sure.
This is me. I don't know if you're there on the Afrohouse set. I don't know if you were there. You'd feel that.
No, I was there.
You're there.
Yeah.
You feel like this is now the punch that I know.
Yeah, that I know. Yeah.
Then I play piano. I play for them. It's what they want. It's their music. It's what is trending. But normally, you know that the piano starts with there's a private school in Genja, and then you start with them nicely, and then hit them with their ordinary songs that they wanna. Now they wanna party. It's 12.
Yeah.
They wanna groove. They don't want. They're not even listening to what you're doing.
No.
The skill.
The skill. They don't care.
They wanna scream.
Yeah.
They wanna shout.
They want their favorite song.
Yes, that's what they want. Now, I'm like, okay, this is what. Even the first one. I categorize it from that. It's always deep house. It's either Afro.
And that's the only time you make an exception of playing other genres.
The only time.
Throughout the year, you play Afro.
Yes, that's the only time I make exception of playing those and the other genres, because me having to plan this whole thing. It was too deep for me to plan the whole 8 hours set, because at some point it didn't make sense to someone. Like, hey bro, 8 hours? Are you serious? Standing there for 8 hours, does it make sense?
Hey bro, and you stood there for 8 hours, bruh.
Like
yo,
the question is always like, man, how happy? Are you gonna make it? But now, like, this is the 4th annual. So
I mean, I've been doing this thing for 4 years.
Then okay, why are you doing this? Why do you have to do it? So now, Aulapi, that Aulapi is the one that gives me the answer to myself. Like, am I not getting tired, Vel? But I'm like, oh, what drives me?
Sure. Yeah.
It's what is driving me not to get tired. Not that I don't get tired.
Yeah. Physically, obviously, you will get tired, but your spirit.
What drives me to do this 8 hour set? You understand? So the motive was, it's way too deep. I'll try to just put it well and nice.
Sharp.
And not get too emotional. But if I do, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's alcohol either way.
Don't blame it on the alcohol.
But it's way too emotional.
Sure.
But, you know, growing up, I think I was 10. Yeah, I think I was 10. My mother got sick. I would see that she's struggling. But you know, when you are young, they try to hide things because I think they're trying to protect your space or your peace. I don't know. But they would be like, hey, it's fine. I can see things are bad here. And there was a time, I remember, there was a funeral. When I'm at my place, we see cars moving from the main road.
Sure.
But it's not a tar road, it's just the main road, but it's gravel.
By a drape.
Like, I think it was one of the famous teachers passed on. So like the community was like, so everyone was sad and all those cars were passing. So everyone was like standing watching those cars going to the rapping Janja. And my mother was home and sick, but that time she had strength to use. So she stood outside, went there, just checked. We're laughing. She went back inside. Then I followed her, but she didn't realize. And she was like, but when she turns, she went that I'm at the back. And she laughed, I didn't laugh. I took it deep, it's like, hey, I'm joking.
Yeah, because you could see that she's ailing. She's
and now
sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she said that thing. Like I would look at her. She laughed as if I guess she wanna deceive me. But I took it deep. Like, what are you saying? I'm sad. Everyone is sad. Now you are saying
and
this.
you are
to
saying
me.
this, yeah.
She just laughed. No, I'm joking. Don't worry, Janja. I think 2 weeks down the line, or a week, she passed on. But then,
Yeah, that's sad, man.
But then, I didn't take it serious. You know, they're hiding. Then I overheard my uncle. Babu like the phone. Hey.
She passed on at the house or at hospital?
At the hospital.
Oh, okay.
They took her away. Then I started asking, hey, what's happening? I started getting mad. Like, no, by law. Then, it was on a Sunday. It was on a Sunday, I remember. Because the following day, I remember where to go to school. My grandma started crying. But it's like, it's fine. So I overheard the uncle ka phone. Sesiula waga atoko father janja. Awuna sesiumu.
This is my mother you're talking about.
Then they started splitting us, the kids. Okay, now I can see cars are coming. It's fine. They didn't want to involve me. It's fine. Okay. Now I can see why. No. This shit is real now.
Yeah, this thing
But
is
I'm
serious.
young. I'm young and playful. You know, as a kid, you forget 2 minutes it rings, 2 minutes you are happy with other kids. But as soon as people come being sad, I can see their facial expressions where I'm, man, something's wrong. So they had to call this other aunt of mine to call me, sit me aside, tell me, hey, I agree you saw that mama wa unalo ala and you know those stories. Now she's in a good space. Okay. So now everyone is having a mom, and now I'm the only one here at home that doesn't have a mom.
Sure.
This is not fair. It's fine. The funeral came, blah blah blah. I remember the other grandma came, took me. I have to go. Agree. What good ya go. Oh lady, you. Okay, fine. I didn't cry. Went to the rapper shop. Then it's when the coffin goes down like.
This is for real.
What's happening?
Yeah.
I'm young, but I didn't understand actually what's happening. But it's happening. But things are adding up. I know people die, but I don't understand. Really.
Sure.
Sharp. Bang protect, bang hide. Yeah,
Sharp.
Sharp. And shout out to the grandma. I never felt like she's gone.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
That lady, she took me like
Obviously, it's your mother.
You understand?
Yeah.
I never
Your grandmother is your mother.
Not even a single day. Not even a school. They'll be like, for my Michelle, Mina, I'll never do that. Never, mom.
Yeah.
I'll never do the orphan. I'm not an orphan myself.
Yeah.
I'm well taken care of.
Okay, so did your father pass away as well?
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to the father stuff.
Okay. It's fine.
We have the time.
Yeah, we have the time.
Sure.
I think there we have the time.
I'm gonna come to the father.
Sure.
Now the mother passed on. It's fine. Carry on. Sometimes I'll have flashbacks because I was young.
Yeah.
Now those things come hit.
How young were you?
I was 10, I think. 10 or
10.
less. Yeah. I was doing-
Sure.
So, but 10 years it's not young.
You are young, bro. 10 years is young.
But
you
I
are not.
remember.
Yeah.
I mean, for like not young as in I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was young, but
Even a 5-year-old can
you
remember.
understand?
Yeah.
So now, even though sometimes it is Sakamoya, I would sometimes have flashbacks maybe during the night. So now I'm like, now I'm old, bruh. This is part of life. Death is fate. Liking or not, either she was gonna die at some point. I was just sad because everyone had a mom. Even my old uncles, they still have the grandma. They call them mom. But I'm the only one. In fact, they saw a funeral of the first time we see a funeral at our home. So I felt like it's not fair. Why her?
Sure.
You understand?
Oh, yeah, it was the first time there was a funeral
at home.
Yeah.
It was of the second one was my grandfather.
Sure.
So I was like, no, why me? Why everyone has a mom? Why me?
Sure.
You understand? I felt like it's not fair. But I was young, I didn't understand. But now I'm like, either way, she was gonna. But then she passed on. The only thing of her that is left is me.
Sure.
She didn't leave me any funds. She didn't leave me any house. She didn't leave me nothing. I'm the only thing of her that exists. So why should I be crying? She gave me life.
Sure.
You understand? Like, how do I celebrate this life of her? I went to visit her. I just went. I was looking for answers, in fact.
Sure.
I went to a grave. I remember I was a bit confused about life. And then someone told me, sometimes you just have to go visit just say something. You know those black... I'm not saying it's not working. It does because I got the answer.
Yeah, tradition and culture, rituals.
It does because I got the answer there.
Yeah.
I went there.
You went there?
Like sitting there. Trying to... Just talking. You know, that conversation.
Sure.
Sharp. Then turning around... This person died on February. On the 29th. The 29th comes once after 4 years. It's a leap year. How do you die on the 29th? Why do you do this? Die on the 29th. The 29th comes after 4 years. Why didn't you just skip that day, at least die on the 1st?
Sure.
Fine, I left. That date kept rolling in my head.
Sure.
Like, it comes after 4 years. Every time after 4 years, after 4 years. I say it's a leap year, I think, because the February felt like 28.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, stop venting. You're grown up. Celebrate your life.
Sure.
But I'm not gonna celebrate. I don't even know her birthday. I didn't care about her birthday. I don't know. When she was born, I was not there.
Yeah.
I don't know when she was born, how was the situation.
Yeah.
But I knew, I saw her last days.
Sure.
I saw the pains in my grandma, the family, because it broke everyone's heart.
Sure.
Understand? So those are the days I know. I don't know about her birth.
Sure.
So I can't say, I don't even know her birthday.
Sure.
So I'm going to celebrate her death day, not the birthday.
Sure.
Understand?
Makes sense. Completely
I'm celebrating the
makes sense.
death day, not the birthday. I know nothing about
You know
that
nothing
one.
about
I
the
know
birthday.
the death one because I was there. I saw it, I felt it.
Yeah.
Me venting, it's like, But now this death day,
Yeah.
I'm celebrating it.
So what answers did you get when you got there?
The answer was getting the February end. Why am I calling the February? Why not any other month?
Yeah.
Why February? Because it's the day she died on the last day that comes after 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
It's like I'm calling it the February end of that chapter.
Mm.
It's the
Right.
February
So
end.
that's where the concept comes from.
Yes. February end. It ended. Your life ended there.
So this concept comes from the death of your mother.
Yes.
And then she died on the 29th of February, and you said why? And you were like, okay.
Yeah. 29. Okay. Everything ended. Yeah. Everything ended there. But my life continued.
Your life, in fact, a new life for you started.
Yeah, because a new life without a mom is a different life now. Okay, fine. How do I celebrate a life? That was the question.
Sure.
I got the answers.
Yeah.
Whatever I was looking for, I got it. But that date kept rolling in my head. What do I do with this?
Sure.
Because it caught up my attention that date. I didn't even check the birth. I didn't check the buried. I agree they would say birth, died, and
buried.
Yeah. This one. I'm like, how do I celebrate this one? There's only one way. What makes me happy?
Music.
She knew that I would she knew those things.
Sure.
She knew I'm always, even on the radio, the only button I knew was the volume. The rest I don't care. I just want the noise.
You wanted the sound,
so
bro.
Every time they play music and I rush into the house, be like, hey.
That one is gonna make noise.
We know, guy. Come back. The radio is fine as it plays. So she knew that this one, I'm like, let me say, I'm into music. Let me find a way.
Sure.
For me, it's a musical experience, but for me, deep down, I know that what is driving me back there. Why I know what pushes me for 8 hours. For the people, it's like, this guy was better. This guy who is giving us some fire sites and blah blah. But for me,
it's your mother carrying you for 8 hours.
Yes. No, last night this other guy came. He knows the story. Like, where it started and now, wherever she is, she's happy. Like, that guy got me emotional. I was not thinking about such statement at that moment.
Yeah.
Like,
she came during your set.
Yes, during my set. This other guy, guy came. He's my friend. So I was explaining to him what's happening. He just came, on my boy, ne? From where this thing started and where it is now. Wherever she is, she's proud. He didn't say who. Just said like, I was like, okay, let me hold myself. Because that awlapi is answered by saying, Aglabi because I know what I'm doing. And who am I doing it for? That's why I don't get tired. But if I was just doing it for, I just woke up bored, I'm like, I'll touch about 8 hours set, I'm the boss, or maybe I can play for 8 hours. I'm gonna get tired because I'm doing it to prove a point or maybe to show it to someone else. Or I can do it for it. I'm not doing it for fun or for, it's way too deep for me. But I can't go around and be like, guys, I'm doing it for, it's for me and for those who wanna know the story. That's why let's have this.
Sure.
Because some people are, this question keeps on coming. Why doing 8 hours? Why is it like you agreed? What was really those hours? Those.
Yeah, obviously, people will talk.
You understand? But then now, they don't understand the story behind.
Sure.
Or why.
But now they will know.
For me, it's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what time she died. But
more like a ritual.
Yeah. I don't know what time she died, but I believe through that 8 hours, somewhere maybe.
Ne?
I don't know, but I feel like somewhere there maybe.
It happened within
that somewhere, I don't know.
That 8 hours. Yeah.
Or maybe somewhere through that day, I don't know. I guess that day I'll be busy trying to set up, prepare. Is it everything? That day, somewhere. In a space of minute, second and time, it happened.
And this thing needs to happen in February.
Only. And West 29, they're not coming every.
Yeah. So you need to find any date in February.
As long as it's that last week, the end of February, the end of a life, the end of February, that last part.
So the 8 hours February end, DJ Castro on the decks, standing for 8 hours. It's a dedication to your mother.
Yes.
It's not just an entertainment music
I didn't just
concept.
Wake up and be like, these guys, they're full of nonsense. Nah, you really 8 hours.
Right?
I didn't do that.
That's great. Now, let's get to your father.
Okay.
Where is he?
My father was here last night.
Yeah?
He's the one who gave you a tag.
You lie.
I kid you not.
That's your father, bro.
That's my father.
You lie. I was having a chat with that chap, man.
Yeah.
Like we're having a nice convo. Like he was like, "Yo, man, you're dope on the frame."
He didn't understand what you're doing, so he's just proud that hey, this guy is capturing the sound. He's doing good. So for him, it's like agrees. At some point, checking what's happening. Just like, hey, this guy is busy with my son. This is a good fella. So he didn't know what we doing.
Oh, we're chilling there by the entrance because he was the one who was checking the phone and. When I showed him my tag on the phone, like, that's creative stuff. Yeah, he was like, okay, then delete tag. And then he was like, yo, go. Oh,
yeah.
Man, easygoing guy, relaxed, like, he was smiling the whole night. I didn't see him, like...
Peacefully so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your father, bro.
That's my father.
Supporting you the whole night, the whole time.
There's no one who can support me because at some point, you also owe my mother. Yeah, I told him. Or at some point, if you're still with my mother, I feel like she will still be alive. So now you're doing it for her.
Or they were no longer together at,
Yes.
at that time.
Yeah.
But you have never lost the relationship with your father, throughout.
No, we never lost the relationship. My father, my father is a loving, gentle. I don't know. I feel like at some point, he taught me so much about loving one another.
Okay.
I was always reserved. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to mix myself with. I just want to associate myself. I disassociate myself with certain things.
Sure.
He's like, you know what? You can't do it alone, my son.
Mm.
No, that's not how the world works.
Sure.
You gotta make a phone call at some point. You gotta love somebody else. You understand? Because I was always like
One man.
reserved. Like because some things I do, maybe they doesn't make sense to others. You understand? They'll be judged. Hey, hey, jiggy jiggy. Hey, what? You understand those things? But I was like, it's fine. Let me do my thing. But he was like, no, that's not how things work. And
Life doesn't work like that.
at some point,
you need people.
At some point, I grew up at some point, I can say spoiled.
Spoiled.
Yeah, because I was the only grandchild on my father's side. The grandmother was working at a hotel. My father is always working, and he's the only son on the grandmother. So the money of the grandmother, he was not married because the father was working, he was doing everything. So like, child time, your grandma.
It was coming to you.
Every month end, I know kilo ya Standard Bank kazani. Money will be withdrawn. I'll take whatever I want. You understand? Then my father be like, you're spoiling him, jan. Until she grew old, retired, got a pension. Now I'm no longer getting spoiled because she's no longer working.
Sure.
But then it's fine. The father now takes over. But I didn't feel. I was always been like that until life changed. And I think it changed for a reason. Because if I felt like if I was in that zone, I wouldn't be here with you today.
What changed?
Okay, let's go. It's the father's story now, right?
Yeah.
The father was doing well.
Sure.
The father was now working well, chopping the money, cashing in, trying to renovate everything, transforming into our lives now.
Sure. Yeah.
Buying those good cars. You see those now, life is changing now.
Yeah.
This person has been working without progress, but now he's got his things together. Now things are working out. And now I'm that kid whereby I'm being taught how to drive at that early age. Now everyone's like admiring me, hey, punches. You understand those kind of things. Until one night, I was staying at my mother's place full time. I would go to my father Kadi holiday. This other time, it was the day before Kaya release it, go back home, then go to school. It was on a Sunday. This other guy, Wadeiba, they fought good. The tavern, they fought sharp. You know those gangster tavern fights. That guy went home. The guys who were attacked went to the police station. Report the case. You know the reservists, they still wanna get the job. Let's go get the guys. They didn't know the direction. They asked this other guy, this other lady. As I heard the story. Like, no, Maponya is the father, I'm the Maponya. Later one, this brand new car. Come after you and go. I don't know how the direction was said, but when I hear the stories, like that lady gave them direction based on, because
the reference of the direction was your father's house.
Yeah, my father was beat. He was a loving community kind of a person.
Sure.
So he was famous there.
Okay,
like if you need help, go to Maponya.
Yeah.
If he was doing those loan shacks kind of things, but in the corner. So sometimes he was attacked, you know those things, until he was like, I'm getting robbed in Janjan. He did the butlers, secured the gun, saved, sharp. So I think a month before he was attacked, they almost shot him, but Edo, I remember he was calling me, come, you know those moments, I almost died, I almost passed, come see me, just showing me, one more, this is the way the bullet passed, thing. But it's fine, I got the gun, it's fine, now I can defend myself. So now,
sure,
they gave the direction, and that guy, I think it was still brand new. Say,
Yeah.
Plekaso, and worst part, those families. I remember I used to tell him like the way these things are. It's not nice. It's not like my mother's side. My mother's side there's odd. This side there's no order because someone just pass by Kamora and then going that side.
Oh,
Understand?
yeah, the double up.
Yeah, but just pass here like when you are opening the door, like, hello, Punch, you're born. I'm like this. There's no order because Makuno. Even for direction because they used to that. They're like, I be like come up on and then you pass like. They misheard the what
The direction. The
now,
reference of the direction.
Now, what they did, they wanted to ambush the guy
who attacked
They
them.
put the van for like maybe they by the robber.
Oh, the police.
Yes.
Yeah, the police.
And
They
they're
wanted to
many.
ambush.
Yes,
yeah,
they are
yeah.
many. They come. They're not saying anything. And the father had those. I agree, he was cautious because of what happened before. Now he had those movements. Oh, there are people coming, and there are a lot of them. He opened fire. You know what happened after opening fire? Someone they went and closed the car.
Yeah, okay.
So now the car was still new.
The
those
police.
kind of- yes.
Yeah.
They're still trying to surround what?
The house.
The house. And then now, what I drank, that touch with the car. Hit the police.
So your father was a businessman
Was a business and a teacher.
and a teacher.
Yeah. He was a businessman and a teacher.
Yeah, he had his life organized in
Organized,
order
yeah.
and everything.
That guy, those police, they reserve hit one. Hey, gunshot. I was there like, now what's happening?
The police started
No.
firing as well.
They shot. After shooting, until the grandma as well heard the noise, she woke up all along. It's like she was being cautious because she was worried as well about.
Yeah.
After that shot, she panicked. I panicked and found that no, it's not the people outside who shot, it's my father who shot. Like, no, I saw that it's police. Police doing what at my house? And you know, one thing I'm worried that hurts me deep is my father come to Hoboya fro. Like you 5-4, I better la Saturday. That day he came age.
Yeah.
I was even surprised. Hey, you know, I would joke with him. Hey, you. This time he will laugh. That time he came age.
Sure.
Shot. The police. I remember that guy shot him. He ran with the bullet, but he couldn't take it. He fell on the. When I was like opening the window, that guy was like falling down there, heavily breathing. See that the life is now it's parting ways there.
Yeah.
And I can see this is a policeman. Now they start communicating. Hey, we're shooting. Hey, police in John. Now, okay, now Abale order an agreement to say, Rima police.
Hey.
And we are shooting.
And then on the other
sorry, I
side,
didn't
police
know.
as well.
Sorry, I didn't know. What is police? Sharp. Put the gun. Magogo opens the door. And then, like, who's shooting? Again, but where's the gun? He's Slatalava. Kick it to the door. Was wearing underwear. Towards the door. Open. The Gogo Magogo is the one looking and cough same time. Put on the floor, now calling back up. Ever check out the life past the guy passed.
The police died.
The police
Yeah.
died. Now, the scene is no longer the guy that we were looking for.
Yeah. It's this
Now
situation.
Those guys, okay, the question is, police,
Yes.
those guys were, and then direction was somewhere here. But, okay, and Magu be like, Mutolo Manyaguna, Asubon, Bagmaponya, Asubon. My grandfather just fell into.
So your father was arrested.
God, they hold him there. Now they're calling back up, but now they're reservists and just union. They're calling the actual
Police
to come now.
Yeah.
Now we are awake. We are awake now. Like it's a serious thing.
Yeah.
A police died. Someone just died. It's a police, not just someone. It's a.
You killed the police officer.
It's more like a state resource.
Yeah.
I can put it that way.
Yeah, that's how it is.
You understand?
Yeah.
Around somewhere around 2, 2 after, you know, though, after tavern close, 3, somewhere there. Now everything now, all the Zaneni cluster police.
Yes. They're coming through to your house.
Green lights. It's like now we're running a police station. What's happening? This other police come, slaps my father. Who shot? This one.
The backup police, they arrive and then they start hitting your father. Yeah.
In front of us.
But then now he's in handcuffs.
Yeah.
But then why didn't the reservist, the first police who arrived on the scene, explain the situation, or this was a mistake? It was not supposed to happen like this.
Everyone was scared and shocked. That guy didn't even ask what's happening. He didn't even. He just said, "Who shot here?"
Yeah.
He didn't even ask this. Hey, Makgakga was like, you can't do this to him in front of his kids.
Yeah.
And he's not fighting. At some point, I started hating police from that day. Even now, I hate them. Even if I have a problem, it's hard for me to go to the police station. I would rather deal with it in another way. But going to the police, it traumatizes me a lot.
Sure.
I just hate those
guys.
And
the uniform.
And it traumatizes me because the uncle is a policeman. Yeah, so but then I would just try to separate his work but seeing a police van passing by, it just gives me bad vibes. But they handcuffed him. They held him until from that up until morning when the ambulance comes. To those researching, you know, the journalists, everyone wants to come. Now it's June, you know, it was June period whereby we visit like at June, you know, June the color as well something. It's cold.
And it's cold, yeah.
It's bad. Now the community is working. Everyone is coming there. They want to understand what's happening. And some they are scared because when they get there, someone is that one passed. So they just see boots lying there.
Yeah.
They're like, who's dead now? It's those they didn't understand what's happening. I got arrested. Went to trials. He was almost sentenced for life.
Almost. So he was sentenced. How many years? 12. So your father spent 12 years in jail, in prison.
Yeah, agree, but it's 6 because.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but they will say 12 because I think they count day and night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went to trials. Okay, in fact, before the judge can conclude and give him a life sentence. I think, I don't know how he thought about that one, or he just said, okay. After realizing it's police, my first reaction was sorry. What about that sorry?
Yeah.
And I refuse the fact that you are saying I killed a policeman. I killed a person, not a policeman.
An intruder in my house, in my yard.
I admit that I killed a person, not a policeman. You know, there's a difference.
Yeah, because if you kill a policeman, it's a different story.
He said, I killed a person.
But also in circumstances will dictate.
Yeah, that one. It's in my home. I didn't know what was happening. And the situation was like this. I admit that I killed and I've wronged.
So he pleaded guilty.
Yeah, I killed someone, but I refuse that I killed a policeman.
Okay, yeah.
And my first reaction was what? I'm sorry. I did not
He apologized, yeah.
Then postponed the case. Yeah, but again, you know those judge what they do, agenda or whatever, comes back like, okay, it's fine. But the fact that you've killed and admitted, and Lord, I felt like for me, I was sad that time, but it made sense now to be like, if it was really same time, the family might not have let it go. Understand? They might maybe went after us or maybe wanted revenge because the justice failed them. I agree. It's also their son.
Yeah.
When I'm saying yes, they intruded, but he was maybe a brother, a father, a son to someone else.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they release my father same time, it'd be like the South African justice had failed the family,
and
they might attack us or attack him.
Yeah.
Might have, but if they at least gave him 12, at least they were like, it's fine. You understand?
So that's how things changed
Now
for you.
Things changed. no mother, no father who used to provide. I'm left with 2 grannies. The granny is no longer working. That one used to spoil me.
Sure.
That other one, I'm not only the grandchild. That family and my mother, we are lots. Now that spoiled kid.
Yeah.
Now he's struggling.
You have to fend for yourself.
I have to adjust now. I have to adjust in every various way of life. Like, it was tough.
So you basically, like, at that point in your life, you felt like you are alone now.
Yeah, and at some point, I end up finding closure into alcohol.
So
Those are the
like
first
you
days I
were
started drinking.
stressed to a point where like you started drinking heavily.
It even disturbed my studies because I was doing great. You know, it's bad because I was promoted from grade 9 to 10.
Sure.
I didn't do grade 9. I was pushed to grade 10 straight.
Sure.
Because my academics were like fine, proper. Like, I was not that one who be like, I should be doing grade 9. It's gonna waste my time. The principal was like, then they took 4 of us. We went to grade 10 straight. Now that happened. That thing happened the following week. I was promoted.
Yeah.
It disturbed everything. I remember the principal one day called like, you're no longer the guy I know. I know you.
Yeah, but they knew the situation.
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
It's then I didn't say anything. Because again, I was not staying with my father. I was staying at home with my mother's side. So the family, my father's side is far. So
yeah, okay.
They don't know about that.
They don't know, yeah.
But they had it on radio because it was trending.
Yeah.
It was Capricorn FM. Now they added the dots now. Then they started saying, oh, now I see what's wrong with you. Relax.
So that spoiled kid thing.
Done. Then, but I won't say I made the worst decision by joining alcohol. I mean, now I'm enjoying myself. The only thing I hate is it's smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking, it's not for me.
Okay, so but then you didn't get like you did not become an alcoholic from that situation.
No, it was that thing of saying I'll start sneaking out just to.
So Ben, as we wrap up, like, music-wise and in terms of like entertainment, where are we going? What are we doing?
There are a lot of projects that I'm just that. Another thing that I just explained is that I love my space, and I don't want someone who's gonna come into my space and disturb it. Sure. So I'm cautious who I'm inviting or involving in my space, because you know this music it's a jungle. Like there are lions, there are snakes, there's everything. You understand? Sure. So my space, it's much easier. Yeah. And more important to me than any other thing. Sure. You understand? Yeah. So I respect.
You are in frame, bruh.
So I respect.
Mugaid key.
Oh. Bikicha or not again? If you Castle, that guy will put on that side. Those guys will put him. Ask one of them. So it's not easy to just like, because sometimes another thing that disturbs me a lot. People are more worried about money than their work. Sure. Be like, let's work. Like,
people are desperate, bruh.
But let's say when I get okay, get offer 1,000. The songs do good. You wanna come back to me like, but yet I paid you. You understand? Yeah, you're exploiting me. The song will now require you're giving yourself credit and but you didn't wanna come and join forces with me. Yeah. Imagine me having to pay someone to work with me. Like, who am I? Who am I? And I'm not doing this for money. Man will come. Man, you know, there's this other phrase I once heard. They say, the purpose of buying a car is not to put petrol, but it's to travel. But you need petrol to travel, you understand? Sure. So, I'm not after money. Money will come. What am I doing to bring money? Yeah. I won't just say, you charge 1,000. What King, King, what's my net worth? I don't even have a net worth. Sure. So what makes you say I have a value of saying charge 10,000? I haven't reached that point.
So, but then now there's this discussion that DJs are having that club owners and promoters and event organizers that they are not paying them or they are paying them less than 1,000 or 500?
Let me drink to that before I say it, because
okay. So DJs are basically saying it's a rip-off, it's exploitation, and so
they're crazy.
You're gonna get in trouble saying that.
It's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm doing my thing. I don't care. Even if I don't gig, I stay at home. It's fine. I don't. They're
Maybe
crazy.
because when now you have a job, so you really don't feel it.
That job. There's a time they don't need me because not, so there are times I get broke. I don't even go because things are bad their side.
Sure. So
because again, I'm not fully committed to those ones.
Yeah.
So there are times where things are not working out. So, but what I'm saying now is that those guys are crazy. They want riders. They want what? Add money, Jan. They're crazy.
Why would you say they're crazy? What makes you also believe that they don't deserve what they are demanding?
You need to be in demand yourself first. You need to be in demand. No one will even ask you how much of a rider you need. They'll just be paid for you on a silver platter because you deserve it. You've worked hard for it. You are on demand. You think you call what's your favorite artist or someone you know that is in demand? I don't want to give it.
I don't have a favorite artist.
Someone you know that's on demand. I don't want to.
Fifi Cooper is on demand. Not Fifi Cooper, man. There's Papi.
Oh, Papi Cooper.
Papi Cooper, yeah.
Do you think Papi Cooper will negotiate for a rider?
No.
They know it just to get there. It just to be there, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, they don't. Let me. Abamu locally. Bamu phone la. Baba in agreement. What send you invoice?
Sure.
Nacha Jack Rams ga fola ish ga local Friday agreement. Sharp. Give it a green right. I want to know killing out Zwanga spending $500 afford that ride. Does it make business sense? You didn't even like rider and about fang you never go for 6 or tell about 4 while about on all that 6. You're about feeling you.
Hey fella
reki. But yet when I saying you're a rider or for payment, does it make business sense?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. But now if you call that Papi Cooper, my friend, before she can even arrive, she would have made that profit times 2. Before she can arrive on the sea. Even the covered accommodation, the transport, rider, everything. Carry sales. Yeah, as a fee. For the fact that the name is there, industrial would have made the profit by dealing by 10 or 9. When out to lift, smelling sweat, and then you wanna come here and tell us that when you want 2.5.
But 1,000 at least is bad.
One thing I'm gonna say it again here. No fear, no favor.
Yeah.
I'm also a DJ.
Sure.
For me, being booked at any of these outlets is a favor for me to push myself. Because there are those who just wanna come and just play. They just wanna show their skills. Sure. They're not even getting anything.
Yeah.
But at least they're saying, we're gonna advertise. I'm at least 500.
Yeah.
I give it a
It be like what mode?
Okay, there's a time I remember a really live video. Why is it? Yeah. They were like, yeah, then I got then he saw the girl one oats and why I want her punches. It's watching everyone.
Yeah.
It's like a punch. You know, when I was saying, yeah, one man show and I got the guys like, you guys are crazy. You are crazy. This thing is favor. Or about facility, it's a favor. Okay, at the event, Tuesday. Rebono, Lydia Napial, local ladies,
free venue.
Yeah. Girlfriend, my punching girl Rovale. Tuesday, she'll be like, but let's say Kabza, what Tuesday. Girlfriend is the one pulling you. Why are Washala? Outside Nakutan Kere. You understand? Do you understand the difference? Re local. The girlfriend is refusing punching Tuesday, the very same Tuesday. A person going to work, his source of income, you risk it and come watch comes and goes are living over. So do you understand the measure of what I'm trying to say? Let's build. Forget the money. Money will come. Shelter. Jack Rams, I'm telling you. Emana, shelter will come. As long as
So
the craze.
They must work.
The craze.
They must push.
They're crazy. I'm repeating. Where's the camera? Which one?
That
one.
We are there, yeah.
Guys, you're crazy. You're mad. It's not gonna work like that. You know, my example is if now you just wake up and decide to be a DJ, start getting paid 2.5. So even wake up and just be the DJ because it's just that route. Emana, do you know the struggles? What struggles are a person who's made it? How hard it was?
We're looking at you now. We don't even have to go and look at someone else.
So
like when I came here, John Pikar.
You understand? But then one would be like,
someone is thinking or you are sleeping right now. Like Nunamela stage you are
performing. You know those things. But someone will be thinking, punches. That's why I say media only shows you what they want you to see. Now I won't pose myself carrying those things.
And I also noticed you are wearing brand new stuff.
Yeah.
And this is not like you don't get it from the shop.
I know.
Tailor made.
Yeah.
For that specific event.
For the mother. Get it?
Right?
For the mother.
And this lousy as DJs, they're
gonna come here and tell her they want 1 point what for just waking up and go there. Well, it's the same set that one was playing before. They don't even download the music. They will play it the whole night. Nothing different. Then we want to get the 1.5. For what? For what? So my point is, if you put in the work, you be recognized and no one will negotiate your price. They'll just tell you, Born, we are calling you. And this is the amount we are giving. Sometimes you even be scared. Okay, thank you guys. Sometimes you have to appreciate.
So you have created that demand for you?
For me, I'm creating it. Now when if someone calls me, I have an event, Jan. Even if I don't know the event, I'll say in 15 minutes. I'll check the kind of exposure that the event is going to give me.
Oh, yeah.
The 10 minutes I'll be searching. What's this? Or when for example, let's say they call me at, what's that? Kunye, you know Kunye,
yeah.
Or you are.
Yeah, you are. Hey.
I don't.
You agree before the call ends.
I don't need their money. I will get a scholar. A small claim, it's fine. But for that concept, me being there can change my life for good. But now go phone when okay, yeah 1.5. Okay. 1.5. Yeah, what value are you bringing to the event? Because you just wake up and start looking at yourself as a brand. Do you know what a brand is? What I said, okay, if you're a brand,
so niggas don't understand the dynamics of the industry.
Yeah, they just because my money gives less then I'm
a DJ.
Brand, you're a DJ. I don't know how many sets I've played whereby I've been told unja game, blind, no one is better than you. Money thrown, what?
And it's not about that.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, those people in the industry. I'll go to an event at Palabora. No one knows me. But are you ready for DJ Punch? No one says yes. Yeah. That's when I feel, there's so much that I need to do. Because, it's not about the village. It's when now they start feeling, Mara. Hey, what for? Shut up, boy. We now start singing, we don't know him. But, there's something in that. Now they start saying, just like, okay, even this thing happened yesterday. I was dead. The VIP this guy was like, Utao. That guy looked at me. But then they laughed again. But that guy was like, but let me ask, maybe maybe okay. He called me. He was with the girls. You know
those guys. Yeah, we know the tender guys.
Yeah, I'm like, man, be real, Utaman, Karutan. I was like, confidentially, so I'm the one coming. It's like, okay, no offense, but utumile guy, right?
Yeah. And it's a genuine question.
Yeah, it's a genuine question. And then I was like, I paused. Utumile guy in fair.
It's a real question,
Yeah.
that thing.
Look now, and I come to think of it. Yeah, I have songs, but they didn't do as one could know them.
Yeah.
You know what I said to him? You would know today or Utumile guy. Just to be here.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm for real, but I want to pay. But I want to know why am I paying?
Yeah. What am I paying for?
Okay, fine. I've seen that this one is gonna drag me so long. I'm like, you see this side? You see this side? That's why it's a VIP section, and it's because those who are gonna come and pay, they know what Utumile guy. For you, this side, it's free for you to find out. Next time you're gonna come and pay because you'll be knowing.
Oh yeah, so people paid voluntarily because they know what you are capable of.
Yes.
Yeah, there was no necessary for a VIP.
No, not VIP. So the people who, my people.
Yeah,
and I also
who know the value that you bring.
I also test my stamina. Do I have my people, or am I just going around lazing around? Gig a dom or I'm a star. Do I have people who say I can pull people now?
Yeah,
I had them. That for me makes me happy. They paid. Some they didn't even pay 100 rand. Some would just transfer you 1,000.
Yeah.
And like,
I'm bringing
my boy.
yeah.
At only one, but someone 2 or 3.
Oh, ask art, maybe.
Some are scared. Even they are think 3, 4, 5. They didn't come, but they paid. They are my people. So for the general section, it was for me answering that guy to say, you see why you are at this side? It's because you don't know. But for those who know,
they are that side.
they're gonna come this side.
Yeah.
Now you see, now I'm set upping. Don't worry about Araba. This one. I remember I was wearing a Kaiser Chiefs shirt.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I'm a Kosi fan. I loved, but for me, he had a very serious point.
Yeah.
Because some things we're gonna be offensive, but they are actually trying to show you.
There's
Yes,
still more work to be done. Yeah.
They want to pay for Utumile guy.
Yeah.
Why should I pay? Why?
Sure, Punch, man. Yes, that's powerful, my brother. I think that wraps it up nicely, especially that point, because Rekopanchagi music anyway at the end of the day. But then now, you're doing great, bruh. I mean, like, I've seen you do stuff, but well, I haven't like really experienced you in this in this way. But I've always seen you do stuff, and I was always saying, there's potential there. There's potential. Mjita wa pusha, and pusha in his own way, in his own lane, and he's doing his own thing, and that's why I didn't even hesitate when we spoke about this whole thing that is happening now, and that's how I value you, because I wouldn't have invested my time in trying to
so much time.
I mean, like
time,
Joe, it's been over an hour.
It's almost going to
2 hours. But then now, obviously, we'll edit.
Yeah.
But then now, the thing that you just said right now, it's very important, because if you do not build value around you, then there will be no demand, and now that makes you worthless. There's no, like you said, net worth that you would evaluate to say, because this and because I have achieved this is my profile. In fact, you just present your profile to say, this is my profile. See it and do what you want with it, and see how much I'm worth. Right? Also, sometimes you don't even necessarily have to present a profile. People just have to see, and they just have to hear. Right? I DJ, but it's not. I DJ because I can and I love music. Right? It's not my thing. But I get like gigs because there are people who like, we heard you play,
and
we want
more of that.
Yeah, come play here so that people can experience that whole thing that you did there. You understand? But I agree with you 100%.
Also, you're saying Banya.
No Banya.
Yeah, well,
You know, like I'm talking from from an event organizer's perspective. I organize event, you know, I just organized the Dance Tribe like few weeks ago. I know how much money goes into organizing an event. And at the end of the day, as an event promoter, as an organizer, you sit down and you make your calculations and you realize that you ran at a loss. Right? The artists that you brought, they did not bring the kind of audience that you had anticipated. You understand? Or the event did not go as planned. Right? So I understand all those things. I mean, like this other time, for instance, Jojo Manjaro had one of the biggest event planned and nice concept. It rained on that day.
You see, now it sabotages. Just like if it happened yesterday, it was gonna ruin everything. Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into planning events. And Joe, I respect you for what you did, and the setup was nice, bro. And like the crowd also was just. I think they even forgot that there's only one DJ who's playing the whole night because
I was manipulating the whole thing.
Yeah. So, but then now I'm proud of you, man, and I think you're gonna be great, and you are doing great stuff, and maybe fortune must just fall upon you so that great things must happen, you know. Yeah. So, but anyway, let's wrap it up, my brother. I appreciate your work. I value your work. It's something to admire.
It goes vice versa. That's the reason I gave you that call is because I've seen your things.
Sure.
And I can see this guy is pushing.
Yeah.
It might not make sense to somebody else, but I just love, I love consistency.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many views, but for the fact that you keep on, there's something there. You are being driven. I don't know what is driving you, but there's something. You can't just wake up and there's a motive.
Sure.
I respect consistency with all that, with everything that I have. Consistency.
Yeah, because if someone is consistent, that person is reliable.
You can rely on that person.
You can rely on that person. So it means also is that they are being honest with themselves as well, with who they are and what they do. You understand? Yeah. It gives you a character of a person to say, if this guy keeps on doing this thing, he's doing it for the 5th time, and people are still asking him, are you not getting tired? He stands there for 8 hours. You understand? So it gets to tell you about that a person's resilience, and it's beautiful that you had shared that experience with us, where the origin of the concept comes from, because from a distance, someone might just look at it and say, it's just a concept.
What's this one doing?
Yeah. And part of the reason why it might be successful and the way it is, it's because it has
the ancestors behind it.
Punch.
Well, so before we rip this one, let me just pass this.
Sure.
But I'm gonna pass it to them, but through you.
Sure.
To say, let this not be just an interview or a documentary or whatever that you're gonna call it. When you need me, Jack Rams.
Sure.
Money or not, call me.
Sure.
As long as you know you need me, call me. If I'm there or if I'm available, I'll come assist you. If there's money, you will thank me. Through you, I might meet someone who can change my life.
Yeah.
But I don't treat one later. But just because you called me to say, Punch, let's go to TEF, let's go to Joburg. For the fact that I shifted, I might meet someone there. The reason I'm saying I met Kwenisto, I met him because I was out there. But your call can change my life. So what I'm saying is, let's forget a bit about money and what and work. You might you are the one who's holding that guy who's gonna break me through. Where
yeah.
But just be like, punch okay, sharp. No, I don't mind being used. I don't mind. Use me.
And you are being used on your own terms because you allow it to happen.
I allow it because I know. That's why if I'm phoning about an event, okay, I'm paying 10 minutes. I'm going to check that event. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go to the event. Now I know. I'll put petrol. I'll go. Whether they pay me or not.
Yeah, Punch, man. I wish we're gonna do another session and talk specifically about
this
the
whole thing,
industry,
and then having
the
to understand
entertainment
it.
industry. Yeah.
And it's mostly those who understand it that don't actually get to be on the pictures because they can't really explain it.
Sure.
Those who
That's why I'm saying from an events organizer and someone who conceptualized, I know what you're talking about. I understand it fully. And I would also not put money on something that I don't think it will bring me value.
Jack Rams, it's fine. Let's wrap it up.
Sure.
I just collected my 4th trophy. I call them trophies.
Yeah.
I call them trophies. All of them, they're on my hall. In the house. 1, 2, 3.
All the posters you've
They're
done.
there.
Yeah.
The day I'm bored, I'll just 1, 2, 3 and just
Look at them and watch the process and the progress.
These are my trophies. You see, when Sundowns has a star,
yeah,
those are my stars.
That's you there.
Yeah, I should be wearing shirts with 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this guy, when he designs, I must tell him.
Yeah,
he must put the stars. See, this is the.
Yeah. Okay. Punch, my brother. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for a beautiful night last night. It was hectic.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yeah, but anyway, we wrap it up here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate you watching until the end. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and let me know what you think. And of course, this episode will be dropping. By the time it drops, I think some of the things would not make sense because they happened last night. So don't worry. So until we meet again next episode, please stay safe. My name is Jack Rams on Jack Rams Online Mega Artist Media. See you next episode.